What's going on, YouTube? Ferocity here. I hope you guys are doing well. And we have some news regarding Microsoft's acquisition of Activision. Now, for those of you that don't know, it's been an ongoing process for the last several months, even upwards of a year now, that Microsoft has been trying to acquire Activision Blizzard and adding it to its umbrella of other publishers. Now, if I'm going to be honest here, I do believe that this acquisition is actually going to be a net positive for gamers. And you may disagree with me. I'd love to hear that down below in the comment section. Maybe you think it's going to be a net negative. But I look at the trajectory that Microsoft has been going on with the work they've been doing recently to make their systems more consumer friendly. I look at the Xbox Game Pass, and for me, I feel that that is one of the most consumer friendly options out there for us gamers. There's very few other services that offer anything similar to what Game Pass has right now, and you can maybe look at what PSN Plus is doing, but it does not have the library of games that Game Pass has. And on top of it, the fact that you can play it on both Xbox and PC is just another added bonus for people that have both systems. Now, for me, this was Microsoft's last dying chance to try to keep Xbox as strong as possible, considering the fact that I believe that they've lost the console battle with Sony. I just look at what PlayStation has to offer when it comes to exclusives, and for me, I just think that their library and lineup of exclusive games is just better. But when it comes to delivering a service to its consumers, Game Pass beats anything PlayStation has to offer. And for me, it's so worth it, considering the fact that I have a PC, to have both Game Pass and PSN Plus. And I get to play so many different games on my Game Pass, but I also have PSN Plus to play some of those exclusives that are only there for Sony players. And I just think overall it has been a positive experience for gamers. And when it comes to this acquisition of Activision, for me, I look at it as a potential positive for even Call of Duty fans, because I think that Microsoft is going to gear something that is very user-friendly to the community versus what Activision has been trying to do, which is push away the community as much as possible. And for me, I think that it has been a net negative recently for Activision, because we can look at their most recent titles, and let's be honest here, they haven't been very good. And I think under guidance from Microsoft, under the fact that they'll want more people to be buying Microsoft systems, to be on the Game Pass and being able to deliver Call of Duty, I think it is important and vital to Microsoft that Call of Duty is in a healthy state. So I could see them having a little bit more oversight when it comes to Activision's biggest IP, arguably. So, what does this mean? Well, the news that we had today was that the UK has blocked it, and they needed 3 regulatory bodies to approve this acquisition. And the UK was the first to come back with a decision, and they blocked it because they believe this is going against competition and markets authority rights. So basically what they're saying, what that means is they think that Microsoft is moving closer and closer to a monopoly, which is something that these authority bodies are supposed to try to prevent. They are trying to prevent, or they're trying to maximize consumer rights when it comes to any type of market share. And when they look at somebody like Microsoft trying to buy up all these small publishers and now an even bigger publisher, it looks like it could be an anti-consumer practice, an opportunity for a monopoly to be born. And yeah, I'm somebody who's very much against monopolies. I look at what's happening here in Canada with our telesolutions, or our our internet and telephone situation, and it is very much trending towards a triopoly, which is extremely scary for the consumers. But I don't feel that this is that against competition acts for Microsoft and Activision to be working together here. And the reason why I say that, or what I talked about before, where I think that Microsoft is trying to gear people towards having a very pro-consumer approach. And in the article from BBC, which I'll link down below in the description, they cite that we're especially disappointed after lengthy deliberations. This decision appears to reflect a flawed understanding of this market and the way relevant cloud technology actually works. So basically this is Microsoft saying, hey, these people making this decision don't understand our market. They don't understand what gaming is. And I could honestly see that when you think about older people, the older generation, trying to make decisions regarding how gaming works. I don't know if they're the most knowledgeable people, but they're trying to look out for the best interests of their constituents. Now, if I'm going to be honest here, one of the reasons they cite here makes a lot of sense. So, this is another quote from that article that I mentioned before. Microsoft already enjoys a powerful position and a head start over other competitors in cloud gaming, and this deal would strengthen that advantage, giving it the ability to undermine new and innovative competitors. Now, here's the truth. That is very accurate. It is very hard to be an indie game developer in today's market. But with that being said, if you're an indie game developer, you're probably trying to get your game onto Microsoft's Game Pass anyways, because that's how you're going to get more exposure. So there are negatives to this, and I look at it from another side where there is positives as well. So I get the argument that it does hurt some of those indie developers, those indie publishers, but at the same time, we're trying to get as much exposure to great games, like maybe what these indie developers are doing, that Xbox Game Pass can just offer the market and offer the community. So it's kind of a catch-22. It's a double-edged sword. Yes, we're affecting these small developers, but at the same time, if they get onto Game Pass, we might be giving them the opportunity to be marketed to a larger audience, and I think that's all that we want at the end of the day. If a game is good, it should succeed under its own merits, right? So I don't know how to feel necessarily. I think that this acquisition would be a good thing for the community, but until it's put into practice, it's very hard to know how Microsoft would actually work with Activision to ensure that they are looking after the best interests of the community. And I guess maybe UK's markets and, sorry, let me get it right here. Their Competition and Markets Authority are looking after the best interests of its constituents. So maybe at the end of the day, this deal is dead in the water. I don't know if it is right now. I doubt that it is. I doubt this is the last time we hear of it. But expect there to be some major changes as time moves on to what happens with this deal. It's not done yet, and I don't think it's close to being done. So there's going to be a lot more news when it comes to it, which means we might have to wait even longer to get Call of Duty onto Game Pass, which could be a net positive or a net negative for the community. Either way, guys, I'd love to hear what your thoughts are when it comes to this situation, when it comes to this potential acquisition. Do you think it's good for gaming? Do you think it's bad for gaming? Let me know in the comment down below. As always, guys, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button. If you want to see more videos from me, please hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys next time.